that way. So Mr. Tim Hearn is a chemistry teacher at the Frederick Douglass Academy in Harlem, and I've been involved with Mr. Hearn for over 9 years now. He was one of the first schools that I reached out to. In fact, I just opened up the phone book and I called up 2 of the high schools in Harlem, and that's how it all started. And now we have over 800 students in the program. So, Mr. Hearn.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for smiling upon me and my school teacher exploits and occasional shenanigans the past several years. When the indefatigable and ineffable Dr. Satbhattacharya called the Frederick Douglass Academy last week to tell me that the Harlem Children Society wanted to recognize me as an outstanding teacher, my first thought, frankly, was, why should I be rewarded for good teaching when my attitude regarding the state of public science education in this past year has been more cynical than ever? But a moment later in our conversation, when this mortal of modest physical stature, oversized heart and mind, an infectious smile, boundless optimism and energy, a veritable human dynamo, when he told me that Ms. Shaveen Green, a former student of mine and longtime Harlem Children Society member, was embarking on a PhD level course of study in nursing here in the city, I realized that life had just played a trick on me. Then, when he asked me if I might be so kind as to say a few words, it dawned on me that life had just played 2 tricks on me. For this school teacher, about 5 minutes of speaking would easily translate into 5 hours of compulsive preparation. I've taught secondary level science for 19 years and I still get nervous before every single class. And am I nervous now? I have notes. As a matter of fact, I got 2 sets of notes. One for the jacket, one for the pants. See? Tight, double-spaced, with a Frederick Douglass Academy heading. Hardly notes, I've written out every word. I was up at 3:30 a.m. this morning, couldn't sleep, and strangely, I haven't needed a cup of coffee all day. Reflecting upon the fact that one of my students was about to surpass her master, I knew I was going to wear the watch my father had given me as a graduation gift in 1979, which has for me in the classroom kept perfect St. Jean Baptiste High School time, perfect Rice High School time, and nowadays still keeps perfect FDA time. I knew I was going to wear the necktie I was taught to tie neckties with, purchased for me by my loving parents, with which to send me to a college scholarship interview with the Harrisburg Patriot News Company. A tie I've worn now countless numbers of times to school, and I knew I was going to wear a pair of shoes I'd also worn in the parochial school classroom, my first teaching job in 1993. All this in celebration of the strong and splendid individual that results when the good seed falls upon good soil. Further reflection led me to conclude that chaos was at work in my life, and I was swirling towards one of those strange attractors. For the week prior to Dr. Bhattacharya's call, I was reading a bit in preparation for church services past Sunday. And I realized that the upcoming New Testament reading for 2 Corinthians was going to refer to the gathering of manna by the Hebrews in Sinai after their exodus from Egypt. And that also therein St. Paul wrote of equality across all people and all good things here on this earth. After the morning gathering of the manna to be used to make bread, the Bible said, "He who gathered much manna had little left over, and he who had gathered little had no lack." If I'd never noticed the gleaned meaning from that verse before, I sure did this past week. In fact, that verse and that idea, as simple and maybe even hackneyed as it sounds in this nation in these times, the idea that those who have much should share with those who have less, I haven't been able to get that out of my head these past several days. I now realize it is the fundamental reason I have been the school teacher I have been these past 19 years. Finally, when somebody now asks me why I've been and I'm still a school teacher, now I got an answer. So though my watch is tarnished, my necktie a bit stained, and my shoes well worn, it is well with my soul. I tell my students at FDA and tell all the young people seated here today that you are the reason I rise at 4 a.m. every school day. And I thank you so very much today for giving me a reason for trying to live each and every day as best as I'm able. Always wanting to refresh myself, always wanting to do things better. Sweating over every word I write and speak, constantly trying to gather the manna that is given to us in this world. Manna enough not just that I might live comfortably, but enough to ensure I have much to pass on to others, and especially to you. That the quantity I have might be enough for myself, sadly in a way, is little satisfaction and no inspiration at all to me anymore. I look at the young people seated here, with eyes bright, smiles easily springing forth, brimming with energy and ideality, and I say to myself, my being a school teacher, it is well with my soul. That's the same soul, I presume with all confidence, that was given a body so that it might better assist other souls. And while at age 47 and 19 years of secondary